This is a form and genre review of our double-page spread. We followed some conventions of form magazines such as Sight and Sound when we were producing this double-page spread, and we referenced it as we wanted to create a product which was for a niche audience, which Sight and Sound already does. This is why we focused on it. When the first thing we're going to talk about is the main image. So we picked an image of Jersey Bud, we thought it was a striking and powerful main image, and it was able to attract the audience. We placed it on the right hand side of this page to follow convention, and we put a blank block of colour on the left hand side to also follow convention that we'd seen in other magazines such as Sight and Sound. We saw this specifically in the July 2014 issue of Sight and Sound in a specific article which looked very similar to the one which we've created ourselves. Within the image, Jersey is pointing at the audience, which suggests that he wants to draw them in, and he's talking directly to them rather than to just anybody. We also use pull quotes across both pages. This says right place, right time. This is a quote from what Jersey said during his interview at the Shed, which we conducted with him. We use this in the same scribe font that's used across the other two products we made to create synergy. This pull quote we felt was very conventional, as it drew both pages together, which is what many other of the magazines that we looked at also did. Furthermore, we indented the letter B, specifically in the block of text you can see. We did this because it followed convention, having this first strikeout main letter indented. This was just because of what we could see in many magazines, especially the form one which we were trying to discuss. We also, in the block of text, used 11-point font, which is conventional of all magazine reviews, especially those found within Sight and Sound magazine. Following convention, furthermore, we also put a stand first biography of what the article is about at the top of the page. We found this in our form research, and we found that this was also very conventional within magazines. We also did strikeouts of various other wording within the article itself. You can see this in the stand first at the top with the orange writing, which is also very similar to the indentation and the Shed logo on the side, which again brings the pages together. We also put the page number and the title of the magazine on the left hand side, as well as the issue number. This is because it was conventional to put it on the block of text rather than on the right where the image was. We found this in several other magazines' reviews. We also used the pull quote. This was conventional of the Sight and Sound magazine which we focused on. However, we put it on the right hand side of the page, which wasn't, as normally there's little text on the right hand side of the page where the image is. Here we decided to break convention. The language we used in the article itself was very developed, and it took us a while to actually get used to the style of writing. We decided to use this style as it fit into our niche, sophisticated audience in which we wanted to focus on. Our magazine is completely different to the other products in terms of the audience which we've aimed at. We've aimed this at a much older, more educated and sophisticated audience which would look to buy and read reviews based on the theoretical understanding of the production itself rather than what the topic is about. However, we've tied all three products together through synergetic use of topic matter, imagery, as you can see Jersey Bud, who's also in the other two, the poster and the documentary, and the colour styles itself, which is black, which is across the board, white, and the orange, which is seen in the Shed logo in the documentary, on the poster and in the double page spread. Overall, we think this went quite well, and we followed much convention, and the only thing I'd change is if we could, is using an image in which we focused on before. During production, we didn't really focus on taking the image for the double page spread, and initially we had an image of Jaws and Manager's Neil, a picture of him that we wanted to put as a backdrop for the double page spread. However, because this wasn't relevant particularly to the production, as there was no relevance of it in terms of the documentary nor the poster, and then it just didn't produce a synergetic atmosphere across the three, and therefore we decided to go with a picture of Jersey instead. So therefore that is one thing I'd change.